So here in Moodle, we're going to have a look at how we can create a link in a couple of different ways. So we're in our Moodle course shell. We are going to turn edit mode on up at the top right. And then once editing is turned on, we're going to come to a topic here. And in this topic, we're going to add an activity or resource. So the first way to add a link is to add the default Moodle URL option. So if we go to resources, you will find URL. And in here, we're going to create a link to this page on generative AI. So we'll copy the title of this page, paste it into the name, and then we're going to come back to the web page itself, and it's this URL up at the top that we need to copy. So we'll drag across here and go to edit and copy, or command or control and C, depending on whether you're on the PC or the Mac, and it's this window here that we're going to paste in the external URL. We can also add in a description as well. So if we have a synopsis of that link, then we can paste that in. We can also display that on the course page as well. So if we check this box and then go to save and return to course, then we'll see that link on the page of the course. Now, if we want to measure whether students have actually clicked on that link, we can come back to the settings and we can come down to activity completion. And in here, we can show the activity is complete when conditions are met, which would be that the students would have to view this link or click on the link to mark that activity as complete. And we can add a date where we would expect that to be completed on. So if we go save and return to course, you can see now I'm going to turn edit mode off. So we're viewing this as if we were a student. We'll scroll down and it gives me the to do option there. We can see my activity completion up at the top right. When I click on this and then come to the page, if I come back to Moodle and refresh my Moodle page, we'll see that one additional activity up here at the top right has been completed. So it's a nice way of measuring when students are completing tasks that don't necessarily have a grade within their course. We'll have a look at another way of creating a link now. So we'll turn edit mode back on. We'll scroll down to a different topic. And in here, we're going to add an activity or resource. We'll come to resources and we're going to add the text and media area. You can add a page or any other option here, but we'll use this option because it will appear on the home page. And then in here, we're going to paste in some text. We'll select the heading here. We'll make this a medium heading. And then it's the read more button here that we're going to turn into a link. So with this example, we'll come back again. We're going to copy that web address or URL. And then in here for the read more, we're going to come up to the link at the top and paste in the URL. So you can see it's pasted into this enter a URL box. And we're going to open this in a new window so we don't navigate away from the course content. And again, we'll create the link. For this example, we're going to turn off the activity completion and then we'll save and return to course. And you can see when we turn edit mode off, we have similar content, but essentially you have different levels of control over the design of your course, what you can track, depending on whether you use the URL option or include the link within a body of text. Obviously, we can select any text within the body of the text or have a read more option like this, where students would click to access that content. And again, this would open up into a new window. So that's a couple of ways of adding a link within Moodle. If you do have any questions, then please do get in touch.